There's a night from my early trading career that I don't talk about often. Not because it was painful, though it was. Not because it was embarrassing, though it was that too. But because it revealed something I didn't want to face. A truth about myself that every trader discovers sooner or later. It was the night I realized discipline isn't a trait. It's a decision. One you remake over and over. In the moments you least want to. It was late. Very late. The trading floor had emptied hours earlier. But I stayed behind. Not because I needed to. But because I was chasing something. A feeling. A win. Validation. That's the first sign a trader is in danger. When he starts trading his emotions instead of the market. The room was dim except for the glow of my monitor. A deep blue screen reflecting off empty chairs. And silent phones. The hum of old electronics was the only sound left. And it made the whole room feel like it was breathing in the dark. I hadn't taken a loss that day. I'd taken several. Small ones. Paper cuts. The kind you think you're fine with. Until they start piling up. In the back of your mind. I told myself I was staying late to catch up. To study. To analyze. But the truth was simpler. And more dangerous. I was trying to prove something. Not to the market. To myself. I opened a chart I had no business trading. It was a thinly traded futures contract. The kind that drifts quietly during the day. But moves like a wild animal at night. I stared at it, convincing myself. I saw a pattern forming. A setup. A signal. But deep down, I knew it wasn't any of those things. It was an excuse. A way to take one more shot. At undoing the damage of the day. And that's how traders fall apart. Not from one big mistake. But from 1,000 small ones. They talk themselves into. I entered the trade. At first, nothing happened. The market drifted sideways. As if deciding whether it wanted to punish me. Or let me off with mercy. Then it moved. Not in my favor. One small tick. Then another. Then a sharp drop. My heart rate climbed. But I stayed still. Paralyzed in that way only fear can cause. I told myself the oldest lie in trading. It'll come back. The screen flickered red. A deep, angry red. That felt personal. I tightened my jaw. And added to the position. Not strategically. Emotionally. That's when the market did what it always does. When a trader reveals weakness. It struck harder. The loss doubled. Tripled. My breathing got shallow. My hands cold. Every part of me wanted to make it back. To prove I wasn't the man my losses were telling me I was. And that's when it happened. The moment that changed my career. I reached for the mouse. To add more size. To deepen the wound. And my hand stopped. Not because I chose to stop. Because I realized something terrifying. I didn't feel like myself anymore. I wasn't thinking. I wasn't evaluating. I wasn't trading. I was reacting. Every instinct in me was screaming to fight the market. To force a win. To claw my way back from the humiliation of the day. But in that frozen moment, I understood something with absolute clarity. If I clicked that mouse, I would lose more than money. I would lose control. So I pushed the chair back. Slowly. Deliberately. Almost painfully. I stood up. Walked away from the desk. And paced the dark floor. Until my breath steadied again. The trade kept falling without me. Had I added size? I would have blown my account that night. No exaggeration. No drama. It was headed for disaster. And I was seconds from stepping into it willingly. When I finally returned to the screen, I closed the trade. Took the loss. And sat there in the silence of my own mind. It wasn't the loss that humbled me. It was the choice I almost made. I realized then. Discipline isn't what you show when things go well. It's what you choose. In the exact moment. Your emotions demand you abandon it. The market is a mirror. It reflects your fear. Your greed. Your overconfidence. Your doubt. But discipline. Real discipline. Is what lets you walk away. Before the reflection destroys you. That night didn't make me a good trader. But it prevented me from becoming a bad one. And sometimes, that's the more important victory. If this story helped you, like the video. And subscribe for more old trading secrets.